Thank you so much, Karen, once again.
Essentially, what I wanted to talk to you today is about people-centric marketing. And I really want to talk to you about this because so many startups really want to grow into unicorns. And if this is you, then you'll be looking to develop consistent growth. Consistent growth is something that requires predictability. And to have predictability, it's important to reduce error and to increase your success rates. And often error is caused because there is mismatch between what your solution is and the people that you're hoping to serve. Because people don't buy if they perceive a solution isn't going to relieve their problem pain points or their unmet needs. So it's important to reduce this error and to actually serve people's pain points. And you can do this by applying people-centric marketing practices. So what is people-centric marketing? It's been around for a while, and even though it has been around for a while, people really haven't utilized it as effectively as they could be. So it's a collaborative approach where marketers continually engage in empathetic listening and undertake actions according to customer value priorities. This requires two-way conversations, and this is when these two-way conversations happen between yourself and the people that you're hoping to serve, and that you utilize the information from these two-way conversations in designing and developing your solutions. So whenever this happens, our research shows that people buy because they feel heard, they feel understood, and they see a match between themselves and what it is that you're offering. So people-centric marketing matters because we all share that same human trait where we want to be heard, we want to be understood, and people will buy from brands that they feel that understand them, their unmet needs, their painful pain points, their growth, their desire. With people-centric marketing practices, all the solutions are validated before they hit the market. So that means your products, your services, and your experiences that you're designing. So with people-centric marketing practices, all the solutions are validated before they enter the market. And as a result of this validation, the error is reduced and failure rates decline, success rates increase. And we found with research that there is consistent growth with your business, with your brand, and that consistent growth helps you to grow with predictability. So what does your people-centric marketing to-do list look like? This is the actual application of people-centric marketing. Well, it starts with market research. And I know when I say market research, most people go, oh my God, because they hate it. There are simple ways to conduct market research, both qualitatively, like asking questions, and quantitatively, like doing polls or surveys. There's also social listening channels, and that's kind of flipping marketing on its head, where we do telling and selling, to flipping our social channels to listening channels, where we listen and learn and understand our target audience or our target markets, painful problems, their unmet needs, their goals, and their desires. And then what we do is we take these learnings and we quantify them into customer value groups. And we create personas on the basis of how strongly people feel about an issue, an unmet need, a goal, or a desire. And then what we do is we create customer value personas. And each of these customer value personas have customer value priorities. And these are numbered from 1 to 10 or whatever the number happens to be. And these help us to create a rank ordered action guide. And that rank ordered action guide becomes like a blueprint for you to follow. And it's a structured blueprint that actually helps the founders know what to do next and in what order. And it gives them and any people that they bring on board into their business a guideline to follow. And it helps them engage in continuous empathetic learning, which is actually the key to people-centric marketing practices. So how do you listen with empathy? Well, to listen with empathy, the key is to start by being curious, to want to learn about another person, to want to try and understand them from their perspective. And to do this, that often means that we have to recognize our own biases and we have to put them at the door, basically, so that we can actually ask questions from their perspective to learn more about them and shutting off our own internal voice. And we ask questions from them to check that we've understood them correctly. We take the view that the person that we're trying to learn from is a collaborator in what it is that we're trying to create. So whether that's a digital platform or whether it's a digital product or a service or whatever that happens to be, or an experience like a game or whatever. And we're trying to get to know them better and on a deeper level, because we're curious to learn from their perspective about their own lived experiences, their own context, and what it is that they're looking for, or what it is they're trying to solve, or what it is that they're hoping to gain from us. So what we want to do is we want to take these learnings that we gain from these empathetic listening opportunities, and we want to transform these learnings into action. So how do we do this? Which is, I guess, the stepping stone to what it is that we're trying to achieve. So to transform the learnings into actions, we plot them onto empathy maps. And most of you will have already seen empathy maps. And then we transform these into customer value priorities. So you want to understand what it is they value and to what extent. And to do that, you have to have some quantitative data that you've actually asked them some questions. And so this is where the polls and the surveys come into being. And what you want to do is then segment them into different clusters of people who have the same unmet needs, the same painful problems, and the same goals and desires. And we suggest this because a lot of people, when it comes to segmenting people, they struggle with, how do I actually segment them and what do I do? So here we give you a guideline for how to segment them on the basis of their unmet needs, their painful problems, their goals and their desires, that all come from these customer value priorities that you have developed. From them, we create a customer value persona, and depending on how many segments we find, we could have 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of customer value personas, and each of those will cluster around a particular number of value priorities. And for each customer value persona, we create their own unique customer value priorities. So each one will be different. Some will be shared. And then we rank order, we create the rank ordered action guidelines. So the rank ordered action guidelines is like your blueprint that says, this is how we're going to create our next iteration. This is how we're going to create a new product, service, digital platform, whatever it is, a game, whatever it is that you're trying to create that's going to enter the market. And by doing this and creating the rank ordered action guidelines, which is really the key, this practice actually helps eliminate error, and it helps to increase your success rates so that we don't see so many startups failing. We actually start to see an increase in success, and we start to see an increase in success, in consistency with growth as they become more successful and follow the rank ordered guidelines. So to grow, we suggest that you grow with collaboration. And so when we're talking about collaboration, it's the hallmark of people-centric marketing, which helps startups to reduce error, decrease failure rates, increase success rates, and to grow consistently with a degree of predictability. And actually, we find as the consistency grows, so does the predictability. And this practice helps because it helps you to practice by being curious about the people that you're serving, to listen to them with the intent to learn about them, to plot your learnings and create personas with customer value priorities, and then to create the rank ordered action guidelines. And we found that the companies or the startups that actually utilize the rank ordered action guidelines as their blueprints, and some of them even mandated this, they were the most successful. They had the highest success rates. They had the lowest failure rates, and they were more consistent, and they were able to continually grow and increase the accuracy with what they were doing, with launching the startups, launching new products, with launching different iterations, and they were able to grow more consistently with people-centric marketing. So if you want to know more about people-centric marketing, happy for you to reach out. Thanks.
So if any of us have any questions right now, can we please put it in the chat box? And Karen will be so happy to kindly answer our questions. So please put your questions into the chat box.
We find a lot of startups are actually terrified of doing the research and terrified of talking to customers. And we find that a lot of them, that's one of the biggest hurdles. So to be honest, they're just people like you and I, and you just need to talk with them, have the conversation, and really be clear about who it is that you're looking for and what social channels that they're on, so that you can actually listen to them, research them, and understand them, and get them to help you on your way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Karen. I believe people probably might be thinking of their questions to come up with. So anytime there's any question that pops up, I'm sure we would call you back on stage for you to be able to answer them.